Along with my colleague Nick Furman here for some Hohokam Junior College Athletic Conference football action here on a bright Saturday afternoon, 1 p.m. kickoff. Definitely takes me back to my youth days where we used to have to travel out far out here in these Phoenix high schools for some ball. Definitely a high action matchup we have here against the Maricopa Mustangs and the Salt River Scorpions here. Nick, how do you feel about this matchup so far?
Exciting matchup. You know, the Mustangs are 3-0. The Salt River Scorpions are 0-3, but they've been in every single game so far. All three of their games they've lost by a touchdown.
And just on that, Nick, you caught up with both of the coaches of Maricopa and Salt River, so let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick.
Nick Furman here with the Varsity Sports Show, here with the head coach of the Maricopa Mustangs, Coach Doug Madosky. Coach, you're 3-0 this year. You won your conference championship last year. Your one loss last season, though, was against the Salt River Scorpions. Was there any extra motivation in this week's practice to avenge that loss from last year?
You know, I think that no. I mean, quite honestly, no. I think at the end of the day, it really comes down to us executing. And, you know, we feel like as long as we do our part and do what we need to do to take care of our business, then we'll be just fine. You know, we're a little bit banged up, and, you know, hopefully we show up. Obviously, these afternoon games are unique. The first one's really for both of us. We ended up kicking off last week's a little bit later than usual. But, you know, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes. And, you know, hopefully we show up and take care of business.
And like you just said earlier, kickoff. How do you plan to, when your players are off the field, to keep their bodies cool and ready to go to get back on the field?
You know, I mean, I think that we've been talking about the fact that the afternoon game, it's unseasonably hotter than usual at this point. But, you know, they got the shade structures over here and plenty of water, and we've been talking about hydrating all week long, so that way they should be good to go. I mean, we practice in the morning time, so it's still warm, but not brutally warm. But they're in front of the sun. They're used to being in the sun, so, you know, let's see how it goes.
Thank you, Coach. I'm Nick Furman with the Varsity Sports Show reporting. Nick Furman here with the Varsity Sports Show. I'm here with the head coach of the Salt River Scorpions, Coach McNutt. Coach, off to a rough start. What's the plan on getting your first win today?
You know, we just got to finish. I mean, every game we've been in, and it always comes down for some reason the last 3 minutes, you know, and that ball just keeps on bouncing the wrong way for us. But, you know, like I said, it gives us a lot of things to build on and for these kids, and it just shows their true character because, like I said, we're going to fight for 4 quarters.
Last year, the Maricopa Mustangs lost one game. It was against you guys. Was there added excitement in practice this week?
Oh, I'll be honest, every one of these teams is an excitement because this is a whole community of players. So they played one another in high school. So there's really not much of hyping them up. I mean, they know everybody because everybody played one another in high school and the talking's there. So Maricopa, Papago, it doesn't matter. But, of course, when they're undefeated, it puts a little more cherry on top for us.
1 o'clock kickoff today. A little earlier than usual. What's the plan on keeping your players' bodies cool and when they're not on the field?
Oh, you just got to keep on telling them to stay hydrated. You know, you get caught up in the game, you're watching the thing. We just make sure that we're getting them water and telling them to get water, and then after that, making sure they get water.
Thank you, Coach. I'm Nick Furman with the Varsity Sports Show reporting.
And thank you to my broadcast colleague Nick Furman for those 2 interviews. Nick, how do you feel this matchup is going to go going into this game?
Well, I think it's going to be exciting. Maricopa, like I said earlier, is 3-0, and Salt River's 0-3. But all of Salt River's losses have been within one possession, one score games, and it's going to be exciting. It's junior college football. It always brings excitement, no matter what game it is, no matter what the record is. It's going to bring excitement.
I can agree with that. I've always heard a lot of things about junior college football. Never really gotten a live look at it, and this is going to be my first live taste of junior college football. And you know, I've had a lot of teammates back from my high school playing days take the junior college route. Some of them went to Arizona Christian. Some of them went to another junior college divisions around the state. Some of them went on to all the way up to U of A. I have some, I think, who are still at New Mexico State who's kind of been feasting off of some of these players out over here in the East and West Valleys. I'm hyped. I can't wait to get my first taste of junior college football. I've really been fascinated with that route. We've known like a lot of guys has moved all the way up to the NFL from a junior college route. So maybe you could be looking at the next star out here at some of these games. So I'm just ready for some good ball on a Saturday, to be honest.
Definitely. Looks like the Mustangs will get the ball first to start. Looks like they have Kevon Clark and Terrence Hall to return the opening kickoff for the Mustangs.
One thing that I like from these two teams, they have a lot of, just looking at their roster, they have a lot of in-house guys. I see a lot of Centennial High School, see a little bit of Sandra Day, I see a little bit of Millennium, Mountain Ridge, ALA, West Foothills. A lot of good programs around here, especially Centennial, who's been a powerhouse in the Open Division the past few years. But let's see how this game is going to go as we're getting ready for Salt River to send the ball off. They're going to be kicking from the 35-yard line, so we're going to get a taste of this Maricopa offense to start off. And we are off here at Cortez High School. The ball will be fielded and bobbled just past the 10-yard line. It's going to be cut up. That is number 7, Terrence Hall.
Great return to start the game. Gives the Mustangs offense great field position, just about 5 yards out of midfield. Yeah, great return by Terrence Hall. Went to Mountain Ridge High School in Arizona, local product.
And the 41-yard line will be where the Maricopa offense is going to start off for this game here. Genuinely kind of curious to see what type of offense they're going to be running. At the junior college level, I have heard that you kind of run different variations of an offensive system. We're talking to Coach McNutt pregame as we are ready for the snap. And it's just going to be a handoff up the middle, and he's going to break loose past the 50-yard line and be brought down at about the 42. But we were talking to Coach McNutt pregame, and he kind of talked about the different offenses that they have seen as Kevon Clark from Centennial High School is on that carry. Nick, what are you expecting to see from this Maricopa offense?
They like to run the ball. I know that. The O-line really likes to run the ball. They want to block. They want to run downfield and block. And great run by Kevon Clark. Got the first down on the first play of the game. Just straight give, straight up the middle. Was able to get over midfield about to the 47-yard line in Scorpions territory.
Fresh set of down here for the Mustangs as they're going to take over at the 47-yard line, as you said. Jet motion across the Hall. It's going to be a touch pass, and he's going to cut outside the outside boundary and cut up for yet another first down and then some, as he's still not down as he approaches the 35-yard line. Another big gain for the Mustangs.
It's just been positivity so far for the Mustangs. Great kick return, great first play. First, that was a little jet motion, but it was a jet sweep pass. He a little forward lateral.
Touch pass.
So it'll be on the quarterback stats.
Gotta say, I love running that play in NCAA. Get a little cheap passing yards for your statistics, as I'm pretty sure it is this way in any form that it's run. It's a great play call as we are set for another first down. Orbit motion out the backfield. It's going to be a play action. It's just going to throw the arrow route in the backfield, and he's going to be brought down across the 30, approaching the 25-yard line. Phil Braxton, the wide receiver from Cesar Chavez High School here in Arizona.
Gain of 9 on that play, just short of the first down. Positive plays again from the Maricopa offense. Salt River hasn't really had much just to say right now. Hot one today, by the way.
Yeah, this 1 p.m. kickoff is not doing either team any favors. A lot of Pedialyte, hopefully, the past couple days for these two teams, as it is going to be a second and short here for the Mustangs. It's going to be a bootleg to the outside boundary. He's going to throw it, and that's going to be Hall. Bounces off one hand, incomplete.
Great pressure by the Scorpions defense. Had a quarterback, Will Howell, had to throw that off his back foot, threw it inaccurate. First negative play for the Mustangs.
Could call it that, yeah. This offensive operation has come out hot. One of their first hiccups so far, as they're awaiting a substitution. Terrence Hall, who has been getting the workload, is going to step out for a play. Substituted by number 10, Rovell Smith from Sandra Day O'Connor High School. 3rd and short here for the Mustangs. Jet motion. Moves across the line and is going to, he slips in the backfield, but he's still up and he's going to be brought down short, possibly for the first down. I don't know if he broke the plane or not. And that is signaled first down Mustangs on that play.
Second Mustang player to lose his footing on the turf. I believe Terrence Hall did it on the opening kickoff return. Let's hope the Mustangs can keep their feet underneath them. Still got the first down, though, so no harm, no foul. You could definitely tell that the run game is working for the Mustangs currently.
I can attest. Playing on turf, it does get a little bit slippery. So, got to trust in the grip of your cleats, as it's going to be an exit motion. It's going to be a quick throw on the rub route, and he's going to run right up the middle, just inside the 10-yard line. That is number 5, Ethan Young, I believe. Excuse me, Jacob Dominguez, number 13 on the play.
Number 13, Dominguez.
Another first down for the Mustangs. Quick little screen pass. Just want to get the ball into your talent. Make them make a play. You don't need to do anything special. Let them make the play, and they did.
Got to make a living off of those rub routes and quick screens and RPOs. Definitely becoming a name of the game, as defense is looking like it's evolved across football on all levels. Now Howell's going to take the snap, and he's going to slip a little bit, but he's going to roll out, and he's going to be brought down hard with a gain of possibly 1 or 2 on the play.
Would have been a big loss, but he was able to make Scorpion defenders miss. Was able to bounce out to the left, and got like 2 yards, which is better than -5. And so Will Howell, good play on his part to not go down so easily.
And this Mustangs offense has really been humming so far in its first drive of the game. A lot of different play calls. I like the use of motion that we've seen so far. Jet motions. They used it with their wing on that one run play to set them up inside of set up that rub route to get them inside the 10-yard line. And now let's see what they have here on 2nd and goal. Howell lined up in shotgun. 1 receiver next to him. 2 receivers underneath. He's going to throw one on a hitch route. Gain of just a few inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, great. Scorpion sniffed that play out perfectly. It looked like it was a crossing route. One of those rub routes where the defender and the receiver kind of get caught up, leaving a receiver open, but doesn't look like it worked on that play. And might be, I don't know if they gained a couple yards or lost, to be honest, but we'll see.
Perhaps they got a few. They're still knocking on the door of scoring here on their first possession. 3rd and goal here for the Mustangs. Howell lined up in shotgun. 2-by-2 set each side. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to walk in. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Great read by the quarterback. Had all he had to do was make one guy miss. He made a miss, and he's in the end zone. First
2-by-2
series,
set.
way to start for the
Each
Mustangs.
side, he's going to keep it himself, and he's going to walk in. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Great read by the quarterback. Had
a very interesting play call, at least from what I understand. I don't know. I kind of look at the stature of Howell, and I kind of looks like he could be more of a Jared Goff type of quarterback. Beyond the fact that he's also number 16, he just has the height, and it looks like he has the poise in his throw to be kind of like a Jared Goff. But hey, we don't see Jared Goff running zone read at all. Very nice play there by Howell, as the PAT is going to be caught. And it's going to be a return. I think they possibly get 2 points out of this. And he's going to go.
He's going to score.
Possibly a hold, but it's not called. And he is going to be in for the score.
I believe they get the 2 points on that. There is a flag on the field, though.
I did possibly see a hold on that return. Awkward turn of events on that PAT. The kick got off, but it just was kicked right into the lap of number 8, Jalen Grant.
Mustangs.
Against the Mustangs.
2 points for the Scorpions.
And as you heard from our head official, it will stand 2 points for the Scorpions to start off. Awkward situation on that PAT.
It's JUCO football. I told you it's going to be exciting no matter what.
JUCO football.
Mustangs went down and scored. The Scorpions answered back with a blocked field goal, extra point, and they went down and returned it. They get 2 points. Now they get the ball, and they can take the lead.
So this is what it's like. Maybe I've been wasting my time watching some SEC ball on Saturday. Maybe we should tune into some more JUCO games as we're waiting for the Mustangs to take another kick and send it off back to the Scorpions, hopefully to capitalize off those 2 free points that they were able to secure. 6-2. You are not watching playoff baseball, folks. This is JUCO football. 6-2 is our score here in the first quarter. 9:16 to go here at Cortez High School. Very interested to see how this Scorpions offense is going to come out. We did hear Coach McNutt talk about how ACU, Arizona Christian, runs a wing T type offense. Not really sure if that's what I'm expecting from Salt River, but maybe a little bit of a run-heavy attack here. I've seen that definitely from a lot of different high schools across the state here in Arizona, but very curious to see how much of the ball will be thrown here at the JUCO level.
Looks like Craig Mims and Anthony Lopes to return the kick.
And it'll be fielded at about the 15-yard line, and ooh, his helmet is off, but he's still going to go, and it's a flag on the play, and they're just going to whistle him down. Not going to let him return it without a helmet for sure. Craig Mims on that return.
Going to be a flag on the, I believe it's going to be a penalty on the Mustangs.
Definitely look like a face mask. I'd be very surprised if that isn't the call. As we await the call.
Personal foul. Face mask. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
And that is a face mask on the Maricopa Mustangs. So that'll boost the Scorpions to come up and take over at about, as we wait for the spot, looks like it'd be around like the 30-yard line.
Yeah, good field position also for the Scorpions. Let's see if they can do anything with it.
Very curious to see how the defense is going to come out for the Mustangs, as well as head coach Doug Madowski is going to be their defensive coordinator as well. Definitely talked to him pregame. He definitely looks like a very disciplined defensive head coach. Very curious to see what he has dialed up here.
The Mustangs defense is very aggressive.
Jet motion across, and that play is going to be blown dead. Number 23, Anthony Lopes, was roaring fast on that jet motion.
False start on the offense. 5-yard
Number
penalty.
78.
Still first down.
5-yard penalty.
Offensive line got a little too excited on that play. Cost them 5 yards, bump them back to the 25-yard line. Still first down for the Scorpions here. Looked like they were going to take a shot on that play, so curious to see what they're going to dial up here. Looks like they're going to come out in shotgun. 3 receivers to the near side. 1 over top. He has a running back right next to him. Mustangs showing pressure, and they're going to bring it. Quick throw. That's going to be number 14, Joe Martinez on the catch. A little bit of a smoke screen there. Nico Alvarez is their quarterback, and very quick and heads-up throw there by Alvarez.
Another player to lose his footing on this turf. I wonder if that's going to be the theme of the game, players losing their footing on the turf, slipping around. Looks like they got maybe got a yard on that play. Not sure. Second down, though.
Second down and 15 for the Scorpions as they're going to take over at about the 25-yard line again. Alvarez lines up in shotgun. Number 4, Marquez Smith, is going to be right by his side. 3-by-1 set, 3 on the far side. And he's going to drop back, rolls out. Alvarez looking downfield. He's going to work through his progressions and find a man across the 35. And he's going to keep going.
He's got a block.
That is number 23. Anthony Lopes is going to find a way to break past the 20-yard line and knock. Here comes the Scorpions offense in the red zone.
back-to-back pass plays for the Scorpions. You could definitely tell they're confident with throwing the ball in the air.
Number 23,
Great,
Anthony Lopes is
maneuver
going to
by
find a
Nico
way
Alvarez
to
get
break
outside the
past the
pocket and
20-yard
find,
line and knock. Here
Anthony
comes the
Lopes down the
Scorpions
field
offense in the red
for a
zone.
big gain. Back-to-back pass plays for the Scorpions. You could get some yak yards after the catch. Yeah.
Gotta love the yak, huh?
Gotta love the yak.
Yeah, this definitely is not a wing T offense that Salt River runs, of course. 2 big pass plays to set them up in prime position to capitalize off the odd 2 points that they got on that PAT attempt for the Maricopa Mustangs. And they're going to take over at the 20-yard line of Maricopa. It's going to be a handoff to his running back, Marquez Smith, and he's going to be swallowed right up at about the 20, possibly for a loss of 1.
The Mustangs' run defense is very – I've covered one of their games earlier this year, and they have a great run defense, great base foundation, as you saw it on that play right there.
I kind of get that look from Coach Doug. He looks like he likes to bring a lot of pressure and dial up a lot of different blitz packages and fire zones possibly. Nothing wrong with that either. I like that style of defense.
Strong front 7 for the Mustangs.
Nothing fancy, just some hard-nosed football. 2 receivers underneath. One receiver lined up wide, far side. Number 23 is going to go in jet motion. That is Anthony Lopes again. Alvarez takes a step, and he's going to slide up in the pocket as he is brought down for another sack. Number 22 on the sack, Maciel Calzadias. Alvarez takes a step, and he's going to slide up in the pocket as he is brought down for another sack.
The pocket on that
Number
play,
22
like earlier this drive.
On
another negative play makes it 3rd and long for the Scorpions.
Alvarez
as they
takes
were
a
in the
step.
red zone. Now they're out. Big 3rd down for them.
And excuse me, Anthony Ruiz was on that sack, who I am told is a new addition to the Maricopa Mustangs, already making a splash. Alvarez is going to be sacked immediately again, and the ball popped out at the tail end of the play, but he's going to be blown down. And this Salt River offense has just hit a roadblock as they came up into the 20-yard line on the big play.
That's huge for the Mustangs, you know. The Scorpions got down into the red zone very quickly, but they didn't break. Bend, don't break. And, you know, that's kind of what I've seen out of Medoski's defense. You know, they might give up some plays, but when the time matters most, their defense steps up, and, you know, looks like the Scorpions are going to go for it on 4th and long.
And why wouldn't you avoid the long field goal? Let's get crazy out here at on a Saturday afternoon here at Cortez High School. 4:44 to go and counting in the first quarter here at Cortez High School. Salt River Scorpions are looking to go for it on 4th and 17. Let's see what they have dialed up. Two receivers over top. Short motion with Lopes. Looks to be a burst route from Lopes. And Alvarez is going to find nobody again, and the pressure is just too much as he's going to be brought down, and that'll force a turnover on downs. Here come the Mustangs offense.
Mustangs get the ball on the 40-yard line, 10 yards from midfield. Another series with great field position. Scorpions weren't able to capitalize on the, you know, them being in the red zone. The defense for the Mustangs stepped up and forced a turnover. Let's see what the offense can do. See if they can, you know, react to their defense, standing strong and not giving up a touchdown.
I'm definitely not mad at them going for it on 4th down there. Rather than kicking the long field goal, why don't you put some faith in your offense, even though they didn't convert, you know, still show some faith in your offense. Definitely facing a fierce front from the Maricopa Mustangs. Just too much for the offensive line on that play. You live and learn, and they will adapt. But now it is time for this Mustangs offense as they take over on the 40-yard line. Howell's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off. And that is going to be Kavon Clark once again on the carry. Looks to be a gain of about 5 for 2nd down.
Stephen Minnaby actually on the carry, number 24. Gets 5 yards. Short, but sweet.
Take anything you can get. Take anything you can get in the run game, and definitely a philosophy that looks to be a continuation here on the JUCO level. Always want to establish the run game early on in your offensive call sheet. And it looks like they're going to line up with a wing, motion them to the near side, and it's going to be a split zone block. But Howell's going to step back. He's going to dance around in the pocket, rolls out. Pressure is just too much as he's brought down past the 40-yard line at about the 43. And he's not happy with himself after that play.
Wasn't able to escape the pocket on that one. Great pressure by the Scorpions defensive line on that play, making it a 3rd and long.
I gotta say, I'm liking the looks of big 99 Daedric Jackson on that play. Definitely somebody you want to clog up the A gaps and occupy the guards when you're dialing up pressure on defense. Big defensive line for Salt River. As the Mustangs are going to take over again on the 40-yard line. Howell takes a snap, looks to throw quick. He throws his hitch on the outside boundary. That is going to be number 4, Micah Johnson.
Simple little hitch route for Micah Johnson. DB was playing off, so let him catch the short passes but make the tackle, because I believe it looks like the Mustangs are going to punt, not go for it on a 4th and short. Don't want to give the Scorpions the ball in, Mustang territory. Looks like we're going to have, can't quite, number 0 for the Scorpions returning the punt. Fortunately, we don't have his number on our roster sheets.
Mustangs look to punt here. High snap. He's able to get it down, and that is a high kick. Pushes the sideline, and that's going to bounce right out, possibly a yard short of the 20-yard line. And that'll be where this Salt River operation is going to take over. Curious to see what they're going to have dialed up with their quarterback, Nico Alvarez. Looks to be kind of a dual threat kind of guy. And we may have a differentiation.
44-yard kick by Penniman.
And the refs are looking to debate the spot here. They're actually going to spot it about the 15-yard line. Interesting change of events there on that punt. And that will be where the Salt River offense is going to take over. As I was saying, Nico Alvarez looking like he's showing a little bit of a dual threat type of play set. Very curious to see. He's kind of reminding me of Nico Iamaliava with the Tennessee Volunteers a little bit, as that snap is going to be bobbled, and there's going to be a flag on the play.
Yeah, great punt by the Mustangs. Pinned the Scorpions back deep, and they fumbled the snap on the first play of this series. Now,
Full start offense, number 66, 5-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
5-yard penalty for the Scorpions. It's going to push them even further back into their own territory, onto looks about the 10-yard line.
Another false start. The Scorpions had one on the last drive. Definitely, if I was Coach McNutt, I would definitely not be happy with my offensive line on that. A lot of housekeeping stuff that you just can't get wrong. Costing your offense as they're going to start now. Backed up against the wall. And it's going to be another touch pass. Anthony Lope's going to try and get outside. He has a couple of visitors, but he's going to be brought down for a loss.
Great pursuit by the Mustangs defense. 11 hats to the ball. They saw it was a jet sweep all the way, and they pursued it over to Lopes on that side of the field, and were able to bring him down for, I believe, another loss. He might have lost 2 or 3 yards on that.
And they are backed up way in their own territory, backs against the wall.
Have to be careful here for, high snap, or, you don't want to get behind the sticks more than you already are.
Absolutely. You definitely don't want to force a safety as well. As Alvarez is going to try and convert here on the 2nd and long, hopefully to get themselves some breathing room to make it a 3rd and manageable. Motion their wing across. It's going to be a quick throw, another screen, and that's just going to go about nowhere, maybe a gain of about 2 or 3. if no gain at all.
Craig Mims on the caught the ball. Yeah, like you said, Chris, not a lot of yards, making it a third down for the Scorpions. Got to be kind of careful with the play call here. You might just run it just so you can get a couple yards and punt the ball with, be able to relax with because you got to think that Mendoza's going to send, an all-out rush on a punt for a punt block. So you got to be careful if you're the Scorpions on what play you call.
Got to keep it ultra conservative. I wouldn't be surprised if we see another screen, or to your point, we would see them run the ball again. And that is going to be possibly the final curtain call on the first quarter here at Cortez High School. 6-2 is the score out here in Cortez High School between the Maricopa Mustangs and the Salt River Scorpions. You are not watching playoff baseball, I will remind you. It is JUCO ball out here at Cortez High School. 2 points did come off of a awkward PAT attempt that was kicked right into the lap of number 8, Jalen Grant. And it looks like we are going to take a quick break, too, with the action on the field with the Varsity Sports Show. Don't go anywhere.
My name's Olivia Prickett, reporting to you from Arizona for the Varsity Sports Show, and I will be providing you with what to expect from ASU versus U of A women's volleyball on Wednesday. The Sun Devils have an action-packed October ahead of them, playing a total of 9 games. 2 of these games will be against their rivals, the Arizona Wildcats, and their first face-off will be on Wednesday, October 9th. As of October 1st, Arizona State has an overall record of 12 wins and 2 losses. They are also undefeated at home. Their win against number 22 ranked TCU was their 5th sweep in a row and the first win over a ranked team. The Devils are fired up and definitely know how to make a statement early on in the season. Racking up a total of 643 kills this season with an average of 14 kills per set and 682 digs, the Devils are strong in both their offensive and defensive performance. The Arizona Wildcats had an extremely successful preseason, dominating in every game up until they reached conference. This puts their record at 11 wins and 2 losses as of October 1st. The Wildcats were in Texas the same week as
And we're back here on the Varsity Sports Show. Once again, I am Christopher Zavaios alongside with my broadcast colleague, Nick Furman.
Yeah.
And we are here at the Cortez High School here for some JUCO action between the Maricopa Mustangs and the Salt River Scorpions. 6-2 is our score here in the second quarter as we're waiting to get some play started here inside of the 15-yard line.
Scorpions pinned back really deep inside their own 10-yard line, like you said. Let's see what the play call is. Got to be smart with it.
It's just going to be a run play. Or possibly not. No, he's going to be brought down for a safety.
Number 40, Mowers with the safety.
And number 40 is going to be, Jordan Mowers is going to be the culprit here to force that safety, boosting the score up to 8-2. Definitely what you expected as far as our score heading into the second frame here at Cortez High School.
Yeah, Mowers sniffed it out. He knew the end around was coming. Was able to make the tackle for the safety. Now, the Mustangs get the ball back, and they're up 8-2. Their last series they had a punt, but defense gets a score for the offense, and now let's see if the offense can go down and score.
Defense and special teams making their presence known so far in this game as the Mustangs offense is going to trickle out here on the kickoff punt. Definitely curious to see how the Mustangs are going to come out on offense. We've seen them expand the field. They've taken a couple shots. We've also seen their quarterback Will Howell kind of take a couple of design run plays, which caught me off guard a little bit, just kind of looking at his stature. But he's mobile. He's mobile for sure. Definitely something you don't really see with a quarterback of his height, but he runs the ball well, and he throws the ball well. So very curious to see what their call sheet is going to look like heading into their third drive.
Yeah, the Mustangs haven't really been able to throw the ball downfield just yet. We'll see on this drive if they try to go deep, try to see what the defense is doing for the Scorpions.
And the kick is off. And there's going to be a huge kick past the 20, and looks like he's going to actually field it inside of the 10-yard line. And he's going to find a hole, but we brought up just shy of the 25-yard line.
Looks like it was Kevon Clark for the Mustangs from Centennial High School.
Just nearby out here in Arizona. Centennial High School is quite the program, I will say, around here. And, you know, they've been in the open division conversation the past couple of years, and they run the ball hard over there. So definitely see that in a little bit of Kevon Clark's game here for the Mustangs. I gotta say, a lot of homegrown talent here for Maricopa. Looking at the at my roster right here in front of me, a lot of Arizona high schools, a lot of Cesar Chavez and Sandra Day O'Connor players.
Yeah, a lot of Arizona product on the Scorpion side of the ball as well.
Just a testament. You know, I might come off as a little biased, but the high school football scene out here in Arizona is definitely worth your watch for sure around the valley. As it is going to be a quick throw from Howell to number 7, Terrence Hall, on the jailbreak screen, gained for just a few, which will be just shy of the first down mark.
Positive play though, 9 yards on the gain. You know, Will Howell's definitely taking what the defense has given him. He's finding the open man. They're trying to get the ball out of his hand quick. You know, like I said earlier, get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and let them make a play. You know, you don't need to throw a perfect ball every single time, as long as you get it to them and let them, you know, do the rest.
Definitely okay for a quarterback to lean on his skilled guys, which I feel like is a aspect of the game. Is they're going to have a short motion, and it's going to be another tunnel screen this time. Howell getting it out quick, but that play is not going to go nearly as far as the last one, as the Salt River defense is all over that screen.
Made it another third down. Made it a third down. Like you said, Scorpions were all over on that play. They knew the screen was coming. You know, that Maricopa's offense, you know, does a lot of short passes, nickel and dime down the field, a lot of screens, and you could tell the Scorpions were ready for it on that play.
I gotta say, I do like that design, just having a little short motion into your tunnel screen. Definitely been a big fan of that design since it was implemented not too long ago. And this time it is going to be an orbit motion, and it's just going to be a handoff. Very nice misdirection here from the Mustangs, and that'll be just enough for the first down. Very nice design.
I believe it was Stephen Minabe on the carry. Yeah, gets the first down. You need a yard. Run downhill, put your foot in the ground, and just get that yard. Get a new set of downs, and that's what the Maricopa Mustangs got.
By any means necessary. I got to say, I'm really applauding the offensive script so far by offensive coordinator Tommy Ziegler, calling a very nice game so far. Now he's really starting to get comfortable with his play calling, and now he's starting to stretch it a little bit with some more advanced concepts, as we saw there with the orbit motion inside zone. Howell steps back under pressure early. Very nice job to flip his hips and roll out to the far side. And that is going to be caught. Big play there. Number 10, Rovell Smith, and he's going to go just short of the end zone as he tiptoed the sideline. A little bit of a Tua Tagovailoa, Tyreek Hill connection between the two there. Very reminiscent of what we see from them. Very nice job there by the Mustangs offense, and knock, here they come again for another. Looking to get another score.
Looks like Scorpions defense just lost Rovell Smith in the secondary, and we're able to, you know, Howell was able to find him downfield, and, you know, now they're knocking on the door for another touchdown.
Very nice job there. The score is 8-2 here, so they're looking to build on their 6-point lead, the Maricopa Mustangs, and they're going to be lined up just inside the 5-yard line. Very curious to see what their play call is going to be here as they line up under saddle. First time we've seen that from them. And it's going to be a stretch play that is going to go absolutely nowhere. Another display of the Salt River defensive front being all over the run, as we have some penalty flags and some chirping on the field as we await the call from our head official.
Yeah.
Number 3, White. unsportsmanlike. What was it?
Number 2.
Number 2.
But
Sounds
you threw
good.
a punch at him.
I got an open hand.
And possibly looking at the chirping in between the two, as now we're looking to wait for the official call from the head official.
Hey, we got a dead ball. Unsportsmanlike. There. Dead ball, personal foul over there. Penalties will all set. Sounds good. Hey, third down.
Offsetting penalties to set up the third down and goal here for the Mustangs. Very curious to see. They went under saddle for the first time on that play. And the ref called our official called third down, but now they're discussing their case of it being second down, which I thought it was. I was kind of surprised to hear him say third down, but it is second down here for the Mustangs.
Great pressure by the Scorpions defense.
Very nice job there by the defensive front. I really think they've been wreaking some havoc so far in this game, but I was more caught off guard with them lining up under saddle on that last play. And that's going to be another quick throw from Howell. Very nice spot. Push them just a little bit closer to pay dirt.
Yeah, corner was playing, off again, and like I said earlier, quick passes, get the ball out, just get positive yards, and that's what it was. I believe that puts the ball back where the Mustangs started, with it being first and goal. Now it's third and goal.
Wanted to see if they are going to bring out maybe another tunnel screen type, or maybe they'll go back to that touch pass here. You can definitely see the Mustangs getting a little bit innovative with their play calling here by Tommy Ziegler, their offensive coordinator. Third and goal for the Mustangs. 3 receivers lined up underneath, and they're going to throw it. Howell looks to have some time as he rolls out. He's just going to take it himself and is going to get in for the touchdown Mustangs, but hang on. We have a penalty flag on the play. Is that what I see?
Looks like it might be a hold or
was thrown in the backfield.
Yeah.
So hang on just a second, folks. This might be coming back, and by the looks of the language of the Mustangs offense, that could be the case.
Holding. Offense, number 64. 10-yard penalty, previous spot. Replay, third down.
And that touchdown will not stand, so now a holding call is going to pin back the Mustangs just possibly by one more play to get to pay dirt.
Yeah, costly penalty. Makes it third and goal, but makes it third and goal from looks about the 13 or 14-yard line. But kind of opens up the playbook a little bit. You can run deeper routes in your pass plays. We'll see what they do.
Maybe we'll get a little bit of a slot fade action here. Definitely a red zone favorite from a lot of coaches across the nation in any level. Could be a possibility. They line up with trips on the near side. Going to be a short motion to keep him attached to be a blocker on the outside. Howell, throw it to the back corner pylon, and that's going to be incomplete, to the dismay of Coach Medoski on the sideline. And that drive just fizzled out for the Mustangs, possibly due to some penalties.
Yeah, the Mustangs were in position to put some more points on the board. Go up by, make it I believe.
We have fourth down.
Make it 15-2, but they're gonna have to settle for the field goal. Let's see if, but their last extra point was blocked. Let's see if the Scorpions can do the same thing and get, this time it would be for 6.
30-yard field goal is what we're hearing. That is number 29, Cesar Rodriguez, getting ready to send this kick away. It looks like we have a substitution error. Just a personnel issue here. As now it looks like we're actually getting ready to kick this off. And definitely see a little bit of the frustration of the Maricopa offense on the sideline as they're discussing with each other what actually happened on that last drive. Definitely looked like a hot and cold drive from them. Stalled out due to penalties at the very end, as the kick is going to be up And good. 11-2 is our very normal football score here with 9:55 to go in the second quarter here at Cortez High School.
JUCO football. I told you, it's going to get crazy. You're going to see scores you never thought you'd ever see.
I have
11-2.
I've heard quite a bit of things about JUCO football, and I'm definitely getting what I bargained for. Can't believe it's taken me this long to actually come out and get to see a JUCO game. Like I said at the top of the broadcast, I've had a lot of old teammates take the JUCO route, and I've heard some very, very colorful things about the JUCO product. I'm definitely getting my bang for my buck so far. I'm having a great time.
Yeah, very exciting. Very exciting football being played today at 1 at Cortez High School. Very hot. Now I think you're going to start seeing, some players maybe feel the heat start to take a wear on them. Majority of these kids are Arizona kids, so they're used to it. But, it's 1 o'clock. It's 100 plus. The weather will start to take a toll on you.
Trust me, playing ball out here in Arizona, 120 practices in the middle of August will definitely make you ready for a 1 p.m. kickoff for sure. As Rodriguez is looking to send this kick up, and it is away, big boot. And it'll be fielded at about the 12-yard line.
Anthony Lopez on the return. Oh.
And he's going to be brought down just short of the 35-yard line, and that'll be the starting point for the Salt River offense.
Good return by the Scorpions. Gets the ball at the 35-yard line. We'll see, if the offense can, they were able to move down the field, before the safety. So we'll see if this time they can punch it in and bring the game super close. Be only down by 2.
Curious to see how they're going to handle the pressure of the front. Definitely gave them some trouble in the last drive for Salt River. And now we are going to see what Nico Alvarez and company have in store for us here as they take over at the 35-yard line.
Important drive for the Scorpions. Like I just said, they need their offense to score a touchdown on this one. Just to get the momentum going for the offense. Get some positivity.
2 receivers on the far side, 1 underneath. Alvarez is going to take a step back. Has a lot of time in the pocket. Going to step back and air it out, and that's going to be too much mustard to the outside boundary. Incomplete.
Had a pretty clean pocket, Alvarez did. The O-line was able to, keep the Maricopa D-line from getting into the backfield. Next time, let's see if Alvarez can really step into that throw and lead number 14, Joe Martinez, out.
Great job there by Alvarez to move around the pocket and feel the pressure as he tried to slide up in the pocket and make that big throw. Just a little too much mustard throwing it into the outside boundary. Forced it out of bounds. And they're going to come out again. 2 receivers on the far side, 1 wide receiver underneath, and they're going to motion their wing. Alvarez steps back, quick throw, nobody home. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication with his outside receiver.
Yeah.
3rd down, Scorpions.
These 2 receivers on the outside were both running down the field. He threw an out route. I believe that's what, the miscommunication was there. What he thought his receiver was going to run.
Through the spot of a quick out, but it looks like his receiver ran a go, so maybe a little bit of misunderstanding within the play call. Nonetheless, 3rd and 10 here, 9:42 to go in the second quarter. 2 pass attempts so far. I got to wonder if they're going to bring out maybe a running attack or maybe another quick screen. 2 receivers far side, 1 lineup underneath, and it is going to be the running attack, but not so fast. The defensive front for Maricopa just all over. Brings him down for a loss.
Maricopa's D-line was really bowed up on that play and, met the running back in the backfield and was able to get the, make the Scorpions punt on, looks like it's 4th and 12.
Possibly a punt.
Number 13 for the Mustangs, Jacob Dominguez is back for the punt return.
That was Marquez Smith on the carry. It looks like he's come from ALA West Foothills, some of the new programs that have trickled in around Arizona the past couple years, and that kick is going to be high and short. And that is going to trickle all the way past, just past the 40. That'll be picked up at about the 38-yard line.
Took a scorpion bounce, it landed, I believe, on the 49-yard line, rolled about 12 yards.
And that'll be the starting point for this Mustangs offense. We had the big play to put them in prime scoring position, but penalties and a very nice stand by the Salt River defense halted that drive to force just a field goal. So they're gotta wonder what the fire will be under this offense. It looks like they were discussing animatedly on the sideline after that drive. So curious to see what Howell and company are gonna come out with here. Two receivers on the near side, orbit motion, and that looks to be a false start.
Not the way you want to start a drive with a penalty. Get behind the sticks early. It makes it just a little bit harder on your offense.
And that will be the call. False start on the Mustangs, backing them up 5. Maybe just got a little too excited, but that is another false start so far in this game. First down and 15 for the Mustangs. Looks to be 2 receivers on the near side. Looks like it's going to be 2 on the far. He's going to have his running back Clark right next to him. Another orbit motion to number 4, Micah Johnson. And it's going to be a handoff, and it is going to be a fast run, and he's going to break through, and he only has 1 man to beat, and he is going to be just short of the 10-yard line. Big run for Kevon Clark of Centennial High School.
Yeah, straight give. You saw the speed from Kevon Clark, and he was able to get to that second level, was brought down.
Explosive run from Clark.
Yeah, they're tackled into the red zone just outside the 10. I believe the Mustangs got the ball back-to-back series at the same place, and were able to get into the red zone. Now let's see if they can punch it in this time, not settle for a field goal.
And that explosiveness is definitely a testament to his time at Centennial High School. Very high-profile program around here in Arizona. Big program as far as among the top teams around the valley, and they play hard and they play fast and physical, and that's definitely a display of it there by Kevon Clark. And now the Mustangs are knocking on scoring here as they're lined up on what looks to be the 11-yard line. 1 receiver over top. It looks to be 3 underneath. And there's going to be another handoff to Clark, who's going to barrel his way through, approaching the 5-yard line. And there's going to be a penalty flag at the tail end of that play. Curious to see what this call is going to be. That was right as soon as Clark was brought down. As we await the call from our official, they're probably going to keep going to Clark, especially after that big run.
Back-to-back plays, positivity with them. The O-line's starting to get
2 penalties, 1 on each team, which will all set.
Dead ball.
Personal foul.
Personal foul.
Number 7.
Against the Scorpions.
Dead ball. Personal foul.
Personal foul against the Mustangs. They
Penalties all set. Second down.
And that'll be 2 more offsetting penalties there for both squads.
back-to-back drives. Back-to-back drives in the red zone for the Mustangs offense, where we've had, 2 offsetting personal foul penalties.
And it's going to be a timeout. I think the referee signaled Salt River. Curious to see how they're going to approach this this final leg of the drive, which has kind of been a difficulty for the Mustangs so far. We saw the last drive get halted, and we saw their first drive actually finally get in, but it took it definitely their best effort and then some. As far as the Salt River defense is going, they're playing some very sound red zone defense.
Yeah. Both defenses are, they're playing good, even though the score is 11-2. I mean, the score is 11-2. You can tell the defenses are both playing good. And it's about to be, looks like there's about just over 7 minutes left in the half. We'll see if the Scorpions defense can, get the stop again and make the Mustangs kick another field goal. Just keeping it close for the Scorpions offense to put some points on the board.
They're serving up a mean Sunday, but just cannot seem to remember to put the cherry on top. Second down for the Mustangs. Looks to be a split back. And it's going to be another handoff, and he's going to roar right through, and it looks like he was in, but they're going to mark him short.
Yeah, down on the 1.
I'm not too sure. I saw a last effort where he stuck his arm out across the plane, but there are no reviews here in JUCO football, so that call will stand.
Kevon Clark, this drive's been the Kevon Clark show. Big gain after big gain, and now they're, on the 1. I bet you they give it to him again.
If it's not broken, do not fix it.
Definitely.
Definitely not a bad thing to lean on your run game a little bit, too, when you see it humming. And this will be, another handoff and another good stand by the Salt River defense. Lights out red zone display from them.
That's huge. Especially they knew that that Kevon was going to get it, and they stopped it. That's huge for the Scorpions defense. Let's see, it's 2nd and goal. Let's see if they can do it, 2 more times.
And this defense is really, really impressing me, by the way. Kind of blowing me away with how they're making a stand, how defiant their stand is on goal-to-go situations. Definitely not something you see very often at any level of football. And there's going to be another handoff out of shotgun, mind you. And he's going to be stopped short.
And, Maricopa not able to finish again. Going to make it 3rd and goal, and that's huge for the Scorpions defense, to force another field goal if they get that chance. We'll see. We'll see what they do on this next play.
And on that note, Kevon Clark is going to check out of this game, so their top running back is going to be off the field on this 3rd down. Gotta wonder if they're going to pass it here. Maybe a quick throw another rub route over top like they did on their first drive. Play action. Howell's going to roll out. He's going to throw it to the back of the end zone, and that's going to be caught. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Matt and Strong on that with the reception on that play with the touchdown. That's huge, They weren't able to punch it in on the last series for a touchdown, and it was almost looking like they weren't going to be able to do it on this one. They were able to, score.
Very nice job there by Will Howell, as you can see on the replay. Very nice job to keep his eyes up, definitely very hard because, the defense likes to stack personnel in the box, usually on the goal line. So a lot of pressure as he keeps his eyes down, as you can see, just to float it and drop it right on the back side of the end zone. Very nice throw there by Howell. Gotta say, I'm really liking the play of Will Howell so far in this game.
Yeah, he's got confidence. He's calm, and he's making plays. He's looking down the field, keeping his eyes downfield, not looking at the rush, which is what you need. And
that PAT was up and good, but we have penalty flags on the play, so hang on as we await the call from our head official. And it looks like they're discussing there. So to your point, Will Howell is definitely making a few big plays. But, really kind of blowing my expectations out of the water. I thought he'd be like a Jared Goff type of quarterback, but that is definitely not the case, as we've seen him roll out and do a couple run plays on his own, a couple design runs too as well. As maybe we're going to get the call here from our head official.
Hey, we have an illegal formation. Illegal formation, 5 men in the backfield. Kicking team. After the play, we got a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct. And number 3, White, that's his second unsportsmanlike. Number 3 is disqualified.
And what a turn of events here, as looks like number 3, Isaiah Simmons, is going to be removed from this game due to a personal foul penalty, but kind of I'm interested on that illegal formation call in the PAT. 5 men in the backfield. I've never really seen that call before. Maybe just a alignment mistake, as it looks like the special teams coordinator on the Maricopa side is pleading his case. Interesting turn of events here on PATs so far in this game, I got to say.
Yeah, it looks like the extra points have been pretty funny this game. Looks like they're going to try it again. Scorpions came pretty close to blocking their second extra point. Let's see if they can do it again.
Yeah, PATs have been an adventure so far in this game, so. Now we're having some possible substitution issues on Maricopa side, but we might have it sorted out so as we await the PAT here.
What is the question? What is the question? And why are we kicking from the 8?
Nonetheless, very. I gotta applaud the Salt River defensive stand in there in the red zone. As you know, it took pretty much every effort of Maricopa to try and punch in that last score. And they finally did it on a pass play as we're finally ready for the PAT.
It's up, and it's good.
18-2 is going to be our score here at Cortez High School with 5:22 to go in the second quarter. And back to my point, I've really been impressed with the red zone defense of Salt River, especially stopping the run, which got Maricopa into scoring position in the first place. So bend but don't break. Very nice job on the Salt River defensive front.
Yeah, that's huge. Let's see. Another Maricopa's about to kick off the ball. Another important series for the Scorpions offense to go down and be able to punch one in. They've been able to move the ball. Now we just got to see if they're able to finish the drive in the end zone.
Mustangs will be kicking from the 35-yard line. Looking to send away to the Scorpions, who I'm curious to see how they're going to respond. Nico Alvarez has had a couple deep passes not be there for him, so I'm curious to see what their play calling is going to be, if they approach with more of their run game or not. But the kick is going to be off, so I will not have to wait for my answer for much longer. And it is going to be fielded. Makes a couple joystick moves as he crosses the 20, but he's going to break loose and get a couple more yards on that last effort.
Yeah, looks like it's tackled down on the 25-yard line. Was able to get a couple yards, but they kicked it short. Now the Scorpions offense gets it at the 25. Let's see if they're able to finish this drive and punch it into the end zone with about 5 minutes to go in the half.
Really curious to see how the Salt River offense is going to respond. Offense hasn't been able to do too much under the tough defense of Maricopa, who I feel like we haven't been talking about enough. Very nice job as far as their defensive front. A lot of big guys on that front. They've done a lot of different looks with their safeties too. I've been noticing they've come with too high where they would drop down one. Interesting looks that I didn't really expect to see at a JUCO level, but I'm impressed.
Looks like a QB change for the Scorpions offense.
They stack the box, and they're bringing 6 on that pressure, and he's going to roll out. Nice set of wheels there. Reginald Antone is going to be the quarterback. He is a freshman out of Yuma. Interesting to see a player come out of Yuma for me. Me to see. I haven't really seen that very often.
Yeah, was able to get, looks about 4 yards on the gain. Positivity. Now let's see what play they drop for their 2nd and 6.
Gotta say, I love the representation of some of the smaller towns around here in Arizona. Definitely a market of football that nobody really ever talks about. I'll get into in a second. As we were waiting the 2nd down play, Anton's going to step back. He's going to face a lot of pressure, and he's going to try and stay up, but he's going to be brought down past the line of scrimmage. Merciless defensive front for Maricopa.
Behind the sticks for this 3rd down. Looks like a 3rd and 12, 3rd and 13. Huge play to convert on. Let's see what Scorpions chalk up.
I'm just kind of looking at the roster here for the Salt River Scorpions. You know, as I said just right now, where Antone is from Yuma, looking at a lot of guys. I'm seeing Alhambra. I'm seeing Coolidge. I'm seeing Sierra Linda. I'm seeing a lot of small places around here in Arizona. Nice to see those programs get some representation. And it's going to be a quick throw, and he's going to be wrestled out of bounds just before the 30-yard line.
I believe that was Craig Mims, the receiver. 6'3", 180. He's a big guy. You know, a little hitch route makes it a 4th and 6. Wonder if they'll either go for it or they'll punt. I believe they'll punt because they don't convert. They don't want to give the Mustangs.
I like punting here, the way this Maricopa offense has really been coming out. But
yeah,
the way that the Salt River defense has been coming out too, put a little faith in your defense, as it looks like that might be the case. No, they're going to send this punt away. Very nice decision. I noticed it doesn't look like anybody's back to feel the punt, so maybe they are going for it. Yeah, Salt River's going to go for it. Jet motion across. Going to get the snap, and it's a design quarterback run.
Doesn't get the 1st down. Now it's a turnover on downs, and Maricopa's offense gets the ball just outside the red zone.
That's going to result in a turnover on downs.
Not what you want for the Scorpions. I don't know. I don't know what the reason was behind that call, but let's see if the Mustangs can. They got a turnover on downs. They're about 8 yards from the red zone, and they've been good in the red zone. So let's see if they can punch it in again.
I gotta say, fascinating play call there by Salt River. Definitely a different kind of design quarterback run that I've never seen before. I mean, it looked like their quarterback had the tools. I don't have a number 0 on my roster, so I don't have a name, but it looks like he has the tools to pull off that play, but this Maricopa defensive front is just not going to allow that to happen. I'm curious to see how the Salt River defense is going to. And they have another screen dialed up, and he's going to throw it outside. It's the outside boundary crossing the 20-yard line. Looks like they dialed up another screen there.
Number 4, Micah Johnson, the receiver, was able to get positive yards on that play. About just over 2 minutes in this half. It'd be huge for the Mustangs to go up by get into the 20s at half.
And it looks like we're going to get a timeout.
2-minute timeout.
2-minute warning.
2-minute warning, excuse me. All right, 2 minutes to go. 18-2 is our score here. Not really the score I was expecting coming in, or at least getting close to halftime. So, finishing touches being put on this first half. What do you think? What do you think Maricopa's going to do here?
It's funny, when they've been outside the red zone, the run game's been great for them. But once they get into the red zone, the run kind of stalls out. But the pass game's been pretty good in the red zone. So I wonder if that's going to be the same thing, or they're able to punch it in with Kevon Clark. He had one big run earlier in the game. Let's see if he could get another one and run into the end zone.
Gotta say, I love a lot of the screens that have been dialed up here for Maricopa. Um, they've really dialed up a lot of different runs too. They've mixed up a lot of their play calling. I've been pretty impressed with the way that their offensive approach has developed as the game has gone by. Looks like he's showing some more faith. Their offensive coordinator Ziegler is going to show some more faith, and I could definitely see them try and punch it in and be successful going into the half. Second down, Mustangs. Howell rolls out. Looks like he's just going to take it himself. And he is going to have a wide open lane. Touchdown, Mustangs. Will Howell showing off the wheels for another score.
Wow, the calm. He was so calm in the pocket. Saw he had nothing downfield and saw he had a lane, and took the ball and ran it for the touchdown. Big play for the Mustangs and big play for Will Howell on that. I believe that's the second rushing touchdown of the game.
Very nice job there by Will Howell. Getting outside, keeping his eyes up on the end zone to see if he has any open throws, just taking it himself as he saw the wide open lane to roar into the touchdown. And barring our PAT attempt, Maricopa is starting to pile it on here. And the PAT is going to be up and
barely sneaks through. It looks like it might have been tipped at the line.
Nonetheless, it is good, bringing up our score to 25-2. Maricopa all over the Scorpions in the first half here as we're bringing in the final, we're within the final minute of the first half. What are some things that you saw, Nick, that you liked from the Maricopa side?
They're doing everything great. They're executing, and that's what Coach Mendosky talked to me about during the pregame interviews. He wanted his team to execute. He said they're a little banged up. I'd say they're executing. They're up 25-2, executing on all phases of the ball. The only real mistake they've had was the block extra point that was returned by the Scorpions for 2. It's about to be halftime. Let's see. I wonder if they'll make any adjustments. I don't think they will, but, we'll see. And second half is where you're really going to see the heat play a factor because the temperature's just going to keep going up and up.
And the kick is going to be off as Salt River is going to put a couple finishing touches as the kick is going to be bobbled, but nonetheless it is going to be fielded. Number 7, Destin Lucky on the return. There were early penalty flags just as he fielded that kick, so hang on. I gotta say, I'm really impressed with the way Will Howell has been playing so far in this game. A lot of different, or a different skill set from what I thought he was going to possess, but nonetheless, he's really taken command of this offense, and they haven't looked back since he got going.
No, in just under 2 minutes. Let's see if the Scorpions can punch one in the end zone before halftime, and they get the ball to start the second half.
I'm sure I'm not crazy. I thought I saw a penalty flag, which might be the case, as it looks like we're getting ready for a re-kick. I think I still see the marker over there just past the 5-yard line. Yeah, we are going to be re-kicking out here.
Field re-kick.
The penalty looked to be on Salt River as the kicking unit for Maricopa moved up, and they were going to be kicking off from the 40-yard line.
Maricopa's going to try to kick it out of the end zone to get a touchback. So no possible return for the Salt River Scorpions.
And that is going to be a little bit of a squib kick fielded just past the 20-yard line.
Number 0 puts his
Nice.
foot.
Very nice return as he approaches midfield, possibly setting up Salt River to make another last-ditch effort to put in at least a couple points on the board as they head into half.
Yeah, just over a minute and a half in the half. This will be huge. If they can go down and score, it'll give them nice momentum. Like I said, they get the ball first, start the second half, and then, you score here, you score on the first series of the second half, you're right back into this game, and Maricopa hasn't even, gotten the ball in 2 series, which would be huge for the Scorpions' offense.
Could be some free points out here for Salt River. They're going to line up in a wing set. Antone is going to play action, and he's going to be thwarted by several Maricopa defensive linemen, and he's going to be sacked.
Left side of that D line just came completely untouched. Able to get a,
Second down for the Scorpions here at the what looks to be the 46-yard line. 1:10 to go in the half here at Cortez High School. 2-by-2 set. Antones is running back right next to him. Maricopa showing pressure, which is exactly what they're going to bring. Quick throw on the out route. That is going to be hauled in by number 4, Marquez Smith, the running back.
Now the ref's calling an incomplete pass, making it a 3rd and long. It looks like the ball might have bounced to him. Unfortunate making it a 3rd and long, and, the Scorpions had great field position. They were at midfield. So making it a 3rd and 14.
I say this Maricopa defense is really come as they were advertised. They were bringing a lot of different pressure looks and a lot of different personnel that are coming off on the line to really cause some chaos in the backfield for the Scorpions. They're coming under saddle. It's going to be a toss to the outside boundary. And Smith is going to barrel his way approaching the 45-yard line of Maricopa.
Makes it a 4th and manageable, 4th and 6, 4th and 5, I'd go for it,
34 seconds.
Yeah, 34 seconds left in the half. You need points, so maybe they try to first play, just get the ball past the sticks into first down, and then try to throw one down the field and see what happens.
Outside of a couple incompletions, we haven't really gotten to see the passing assets of Antone, their backup quarterback who was subbed in the middle of the second quarter. And we're going to see it here. He's going to step back and he's going to fire, and that is going to be picked off.
What an interception by number 6. Javon Thompson. Oh, are they calling an incomplete? Are they calling an incomplete pass? I can't tell.
From the looks of our press box here, it looks like he did come down with it. There are no reviews here at the JUCO level, so whatever the call on the field is what will stand.
I mean, turnover on down, so it doesn't really matter. It is better. Technically, it's better that it wasn't intercepted. You get the ball on your own 46 instead of it would have been your own 27. So maybe with how much time is left, 28 seconds on the clock, maybe you can. How easily this Maricopa offense has gone downfield in scoring position. Let's see if they're able to do it on this drive.
Don't click away just yet. I'm expecting some fireworks from the Maricopa offense. As we said pregame, Salt River was the only team to beat Maricopa last season, so I'm pretty sure that taste is still in their mouths. So by any means necessary, they're probably not going to show any mercy to these Scorpions out here. So I'm expecting a shot and a push to put in another set of 6 points on the board. Two-by-two set. Howell's going to drop back. Pressure right in his face, but he's going to roll out. Nice. Pocket presence, and Howell's going to break loose. Howell gets to the outside, and he's going to be forced out crossing the 20. And here comes the Maricopa offense once again. 17 seconds to go in the half.
What pocket presence by Will Howell. Was able to make the defender miss, and he found a lane and he tucked the ball, put his foot in the ground, ran, and one play, Maricopa's offense is in the red zone.
Very nice job there by Will Howell. Now it looks to be another set of downs for Maricopa as they're knocking on the 17-yard line. Looking to punch in another score with 17 seconds to go in the half. Howell drops back, quick throw, and he's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds to go on the clock.
Looks like his intended receiver was Sebastian Carrillo. Wasn't able to haul it in on that play. You know, I think 11 seconds on the clock. You run one more play. He gets tackled in, bounce, called timeout, kick a field goal, go into the half, up 28-2.
And now Will Howell and company getting set for their second down play. Looks to be another 2x2 set. Or excuse me, there are trips underneath on the near side. It was an empty set. Howell's going to throw out, just dumps it off on the screen, but just out of reach for his intended target. Incomplete to bring up third down for the Mustangs.
Looks like the Mustangs are going to kick a field goal, or actually, no, I think they're going to keep the offense out there. Maybe try another play for the end zone, and then if there's time left on the clock, then kick the field goal.
Now, in this situation, you obviously don't want to take a sack here, but if you catch it, you want to make sure you get out of bounds or set your team up for another possible play, which will probably have to be the case with 8 seconds to go in the half. Another empty set for the Mustangs. Howell drops back, and he's going to slide up in the pocket, possibly going to take it himself, and it's not going to go anywhere, and it looks like the Mustangs are going to come out with nothing heading into the half.
There might have been 1 second on the clock, but we'll see what the ref says. If not, you know, if there's 1 second, they get a chance for a field goal.
And that will be the end of the half here at Cortez High School. So no points at the tail end for the Mustangs as that drive ended up stalling. Another display of how well that Salt River defense has really been throughout this game.
Yeah, Mustangs weren't able to finish on that drive again. You know, as halftime is. Now the halftime is very important for both sides. You know, cool their bodies down, get some fluids in them.
Maybe they have a couple orange slices in there for them too.
Maybe.
Nonetheless, I'm expecting to see a lot more of Will Howell. I'm excited to see some more Will Howell in the second half here at Cortez High School. Really been impressed with the way that he's been playing so far in this game. Really taking command of the offense. I was really shocked to see his running ability, given his height. Quarterbacks that tall don't really get to run around very much.
Yeah, Howell's doing a great job staying calm in the pocket. Really showing that, you know, he.
My name's Olivia Prickett reporting to you from Arizona for the Varsity Sports Show, and I will be providing you with what to expect from ASU versus U of A women's volleyball on Wednesday. The Sun Devils have an action-packed October ahead of them, playing a total of 9 games. 2 of these games will be against their rivals, the Arizona Wildcats, and their first face-off will be on Wednesday, October 9th. As of October 1st, Arizona State has an overall record of 12 wins and 2 losses. They are also undefeated at home. Their win against number 22 ranked TCU was their 5th sweep in a row and the first win over a ranked team. The Devils are fired up and definitely know how to make a statement early on in the season. Racking up a total of 643 kills this season with an average of 14 kills per set and 682 digs, the Devils are strong in both their offensive and defensive performance. The Arizona Wildcats had an extremely successful preseason, dominating in every game up until they reached conference. This puts their record at 11 wins and 2 losses as of October 1st. The Wildcats were in Texas the same week as the Sun Devils, facing the same opponents, TCU and Baylor. They put up a good fight against Baylor, taking the third set that started with a comfortable 10-0 lead to force a fourth, where they fell just short of 8 points in the final set. On Friday, September 27th, the Wildcats were unable to gain momentum against TCU, getting swept in 3 sets. This added another loss to their conference record. With a total of 616 kills and 651 digs so far this season, the Wildcats know how to keep the ball off the ground on defense. Both the Sun Devils and the Wildcats have a comparable advantage going into Wednesday night's game, but it's truly down to who wants it more. For the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Olivia Prickett.
Hi, this is Jameer Johnson reporting with the Varsity Sports Show from Indianapolis, Indiana. I am an Arizona State University online student and working remotely. Although today we are going to preview the top high school football games that are going on this week. The number 3 ranked Warren Central Warriors will host a rivalry game against the number 13 ranked Carmel Greyhounds. This rivalry dates back to 1959, and Carmel leads and wins throughout history in this rivalry. This game will be a home game for Warren Central as they prepare to continue an undefeated season with a 6-0 record, while the Carmel Greyhound attempts to change their 3-3 record to 4-3. Also, in Indiana, there will be a matchup between the number 2 ranked Westfield Shamrocks versus the number 11 ranked Fishers Tigers. Fishers will be hosting the game at their field. Although their record is 4-2, the Fishers Tigers are 3-0 for their away games and 1-2 for their home games. The Fishers Tigers are averaging 203.8 passing and receiving yards per game. However, the Westfield Shamrocks are unfortunately coming into this game with a loss, but hope to continue a winning season by winning this game, which will make their record 6-1 if they are able to do so. Then we have the number 1 ranked high school football team in Indiana, the Brownsburg Bulldogs, who will play the Noblesville Millers. The Noblesville Millers are averaging 282.5 rushing yards per game, but the Bulldogs will have the momentum because they will be hosting this game and they will attempt to further their 6-0 record with another win. This has been Jameer Johnson with the Varsity Sports Show reporting from Indianapolis. See ya.
This is Jesse Davis from the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication at Arizona State University, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. The Arizona Cardinals are looking to earn their second win of the season this Sunday on the road, taking on the San Francisco 49ers. The Cardinals find themselves in a bit of a hole to start the season, coming off back-to-back losses to the Lions and Commanders. Things don't get any easier for Arizona traveling to the Bay Area to face a talented 49ers team led by Brock Purdy and Fred Warner. One thing the Cardinals have going for them is the connection between quarterback Kyler Murray and rookie standout wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. So far, the pair have connected for 15 receptions, totaling 243 yards and 4 touchdowns. A big key for Arizona is going to be getting off to a fast start. The Cardinals have to be able to gain some momentum early and score to take the crowd out of the game at Levi's Stadium. James Conner is going to be another huge factor for the Cardinals as they need to get him going and involved. Conner thus far through 4 games has 2 games over 100 yards and 2 games with 50 yards or less on the ground. The Cardinals need a big game from Conner, who will try to take some of the pressure off of Kyler Murray, who will have Nick Bosa and company to deal with. The 49ers are at their best when their defense is creating turnovers and scoring points. We saw that last week against the Patriots, where Fred Warner picked off Jacoby Brissett and ran it back 45 yards for a touchdown. The Cardinals' offensive line has to be able to protect Kyler Murray and give him enough time to find his receivers open down the field. With kickoff set for 4:05 p.m. Eastern, it will no doubt be a classic NFC West tilt between the Cardinals and 49ers. From the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Jesse Davis.
Hi, I'm Kenny Summer with Varsity Sports Show, and I'm going to be talking about the preview game against the Hamilton Huskies versus Canyon View Jacks. So This year, the Huskies are going to be hosting the game while Canyon View goes there. They both had a really big win on their previous games, and they both think that they're going to win this year on the game. Huskies had 42-0, and they have a 79.3% chance of winning. But I guess we'll see what happens that night. Thank you so much. This is Kaylee Sumner signing off with Varsity.
Good evening and good afternoon, everybody. My name is Sabir Shahid, and I'll be giving your halftime report from Temple University right here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This past weekend, the Eagles had an upset loss against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With the two of the Eagles, A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith out, the Eagles have took a devastating blow with the passing game, and it shows during the game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Despite without the wide receivers, the strong wide receivers that they have, Jalen Hurts has scored a touchdown, which was a 20-yard touchdown, to give the Eagles a little bit of confidence that they can come back and finish this game. Also, there was a surprising star in number 80, Paris Campbell, who scored another touchdown, which was a 17-yard touchdown, which they try to give the Eagles something so we can win this game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But unfortunately, they have lost. As they enter this upcoming week, they are entering a bye week. So now this means that the Eagles can have time to recuperate, and all of the Eagles players who are injured can come back stronger than ever. A.J. Brown is still out due to a hamstring injury, and Devontae Smith is also still out due to concussional reasons. Now, this will be a good time for them to come back because the following week they're playing Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns. So this will be a good time for them to rest, to heal up, and face the Cleveland Browns. This will be on October 13th. That's all for today. My name is Sabir Shahid, and I'll see you guys next time. Everybody be safe and have a good night.
Hi everybody, I'm Raimundo Chavez from the University of Arizona, and you're watching the Varsity Sports Show. So today we're going to be talking about Arizona's conference home opener against Texas Tech. Arizona is obviously coming off a huge win, being able to upset number 10 Utah in Salt Lake City. A big part of that whole game was that Dino Babers, the offensive coordinator, was actually not calling the game, and the responsibilities had been passed off to Matt Atkins. So the Arizona offense did look a bit different. It seemed a bit more balanced, being able to not only run the ball, but also have those deep shots set up. And with those deep shots being set up, having space to be able to run medium level and short level passes that were then able to take yards after the catch into big consideration for the Wildcats. On the other side of it is Texas Tech coming in, boasting a huge run game, which I don't think is usually the Texas Tech's kind of MO. So it's going to be interesting to see. Texas Tech comes into this game 4-1, only losing to Washington State and beating Arizona State and Cincinnati. In the Arizona State game, they did have more than 100 yards, and in that Cincinnati game had more than 200 yards. So that's going to be a heavy part of their offense, which could cause problems for Arizona. Utah was able to find success with that style of offense. Another thing this matchup always reminds me of too is kind of the song Big Iron by Marty Robbins. So, obviously being a little biased, hopefully that Arizona Ranger is able to take down Texas Red again. Thank you again for listening. My name's Raimundo Chavez from the University of Arizona, and you're watching the Varsity Sports Show.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
And we're back here on the Varsity Sports Show. I am Christopher Zavales alongside with my broadcast colleague Nick Furman. And we are here for the second half of the highly anticipated matchup between the Salt River Scorpions and the Maricopa Mustangs, who are leading right now 25-2 over the Scorpions. Nick, we've seen a lot of different looks from both teams on each side, both sides of the ball. In the first half, what are you expecting to see in the second half?
More of the same, to be honest with you. If it's not broke, don't fix it. And Maricopa's offense has been able to get down the field and put points on the board. I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change anything at all. The team that does need to make some changes is the Scorpions, as their offense hasn't put any points up on the board. So we'll see. They've taken a couple shots downfield. They haven't hit on any of them. We'll see if they try to do more of that this second half, and if they're able to connect.
And to the 2 points that Salt River has scored, it was off an awkward PAT attempt at the first score of the game for Maricopa. The ball was kind of kicked directly into the lap of number 8, Jalen Grant, who took it all the way back for a 2-point score, and that is just about it as far as scoring goes for Salt River. They did make a quarterback change midway through the second quarter, bringing in Reginald Antone, the freshman out of Yuma, Arizona. Kind of nice to see those small towns get some recognition out here, representation. But curious to see how he's gonna pan out in the second half, if he's actually gonna come out, which I'm expecting to see. But didn't really get to see him throw the ball all that often or complete a pass. They took a couple deep shots with them to no success. So kind of curious to see how they're going to bring in their passing attack in the second half. As far as Maricopa's quarterback play, Will Howell has been playing lights out. I was impressed to see his rushing ability, as he's kind of run all over the field in the first half, and he had a big run to set up another big run for a score. So what are you expecting to see from him, Nick?
He's been accurate, but he knows when to throw it. He knows when to tuck it and run it and get some yards. I'm expecting to see more of that. I don't expect anything less from him. He's been very, very calm, very accurate. He has great pocket awareness. So I expect more of that. And as the Mustangs are kicking off to start the second half, the Scorpions will get the ball first.
And I gotta bring up the point that I feel like anything can happen out here in any level of football, as we saw the past few, or pretty much throughout any variation of football. I was at Saguaro High School a couple of weeks ago, and the team they were playing, Corona del Sol, made a late comeback in the last minute. I've seen a lot of big deficits as the second half kick is off, so maybe don't write off Salt River just yet. Let's see what they have cooked up for the second half, as the return is going to be brought to about the 31-yard line, which will be the starting point for the Scorpions operation.
Good little return for the Scorpions. Gets the ball around the 32-yard line. Let's see if their offense can finally put some points up on the board.
See if they could pull off an upset, which seems to be a theme. As during the break, we were made aware that Vanderbilt is up, 23-7 on Alabama. We saw that during the break. Maybe we could see something similar out here. Upsets are never rare in football at any level. So I have some faith in the Scorpions to see if they can make this a more competitive game. So let's see, as they are indeed bringing out Reginald Antone as their starting quarterback in the second half. Curious to see how they're going to approach that. Three receivers over top. And it looks like Maricopa's going to go straight to bringing pressures. They're going to bring 6. And they're going to rush right through it. Antone's going to miss his receiver just by a mark. That was number 23, Anthony Lopez.
Number 5 on the defense for the Mustangs. Larry Kraft was able to put a hand on it, get in the way of Lopez for the Scorpions to break up that pass.
Second down for the Scorpions. They try to implement a little bit of a quick throw on the outside boundary on the hitch, just a little bit off the mark. So all we saw Antone attempt was a lot of long passes, and I think it was like 4 attempts in the first half. So maybe they're going to try and trickle down the play calling a little bit and make it a little bit of a short thing to kind of get them into a rhythm a little bit. Then you go back to the passing attack as far as extending the field vertically. 2 receivers on the near side. Looks like more pressure for Maricopa. And they're going to bring 5. And it's going to be a quick throw. It's going to be complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 47-yard line. That is number 14, Joe Martinez. First down, Scorpions.
Yeah, quick little hitch route for the Scorpions receiver, Joe Martinez. That's huge, First down, I believe that's only like their second or third first down on offense all game. Keep doing that, you're going to be in the end zone in no time unless Maricopa makes some adjustments. But important drive again for the Scorpions offense.
We're seeing flashes of an adjustment. Maricopa has been bringing all different kinds of blitz packages and pressures all throughout this game. So curious to see how much more they're going to adapt to this. This is going to be another handoff to their running back, Marquez Smith, who's going to gain of just a few on the play, just approaching midfield.
2-yard gain on the play.
2-yard gain on the play. Positivity, more positivity. You don't want to be behind the sticks, and that's what, unfortunately, the Salt River Scorpions were doing a lot of in the first half. They were getting behind the sticks early in the downs, and you're not going to win. You're not going to win football games. You're not going to be productive in a game if you keep doing that.
Second down here for the Scorpions, as looks like they're gonna have 1 receiver on the near side and 2 over top on the far side, and they're gonna have a wing, possibly gonna be setting up another block back side to help some pressure. As he escapes some pressure, he's gonna throw it out. It's gonna be picked off. Number 25. Esaias Penniman is going to be the culprit of that interception. Ill-advised throw there by Antone, and costly mistake for the Scorpions as Maricopa is going to get the ball. And Will Howell and company are going to trickle out here to try and put in some more points to add to their lead.
Antone, he rolled out. He pump faked, and I feel like if he would have thrown it on that pump fake, it would have been a completion. But, since he did that, and then he tried to force the ball, number 9, the receiver, Craig Mims, he ran, again, another hitch route. It looked like if he hits him on the first go, it's, a first down, but, he double clutched it and then threw the pick.
Ill-advised throw there, and it is going to come back to cost them as we get our first glimpse of Will Howell and this Mustangs offense for the first time in this second half. I wonder if they're going to start leaning more on their run game with Kevon Clark out of Centennial High School. As it looks like they started to resort to that, combined with a couple of rushing attempts from Howell himself. Curious to see as they're going to have 2 receivers on each side. And it is going to be a play action quarterback keep there by Will Howell, excuse me. That's going to be a gain of a few.
Few yards. Will bobbled the ball a little bit, was able to hold on to it. It would have been a huge play for the defense. Didn't turn it over. Howell using his legs again.
Probably about the only thing close to a hiccup that we've seen from Howell so far in this game. He's been playing really sound. They're going to come out in a split backfield. 1 receiver on the near side, 2 receivers over top. Howell hands it off, and that is going to be Kevon Clark, who's going to burst his way through into Scorpion territory, brought down just short of the 40-yard line at about what looks to be the 42. Another big run by the Centennial alumni.
Yeah, Kevon, he sees the hole, and he, puts his foot in the ground and shoots through it. And, first down for the Maricopa Mustangs.
And it is going to be first down and 10 at the 43-yard line for Will Howell and company. And the Mustangs are looking to add to their large lead. 11:40 to go in the third quarter. And it looks like they're going to have 3 receivers over top, including number 8, Gage Galbraith, their tight end, sitting at 6'3", 230. Short motions him over to the line. He's going to help block. Howell's going to kind of roll out, but he is going to be swarmed and be brought down back in the minus territory. That is going to be a huge loss, bringing him down to about the 43 of Mustang territory.
Yeah, Jacob Dominguez on an out route looked to be open, but Scorpions defense was, too quick to get back to him, and he wasn't able to get the ball off. It's a sack for the Scorpions defense, and a pretty big one, actually, getting them behind the chains quite a bit, actually. Yeah, let's see what the play called to get those yardage back.
And it looks to be another 2x2 set for the Mustangs. I'm expecting maybe a chunk pass play here. But nope, it's going to be a quick throw. Throws it to his outside receiver. It looks to be number 12, Mateen Strong. On a slant, just a gain of a few. Third down, Mustangs.
Yeah, get some of those yards back. Make it it's still 3rd and long, but it's a shorter 3rd and long than it was a 2nd and long.
3rd and 15 to be exact here. The Mustangs have shown they are not afraid to throw it at all with their quarterback, Will Howell.
And not afraid to throw it downfield either.
Absolutely. Third and 15 for the Mustangs. Looks like they're going to come out in another 2x2 set. That is Kavon Clark in the backfield next to Howell. Howell's going to take the snap, drops back. He's going to look to throw, and he's going to find a man. Looks to be just enough for the first down. And that is going to be number 10, Rovell Smith, the wide receiver. Very nice job finding a crease in the zone coverage for Will Howell.
What a catch by Rovell, going down and getting it, but also good ball placement by Howell. He was able to, you have a receiver running over the middle. That's head hunting territory, and he was able to throw it down and protect his receiver from taking a big hit like that.
A lot of criticisms of different quarterbacks at different levels of their abilities to throw in the middle of the field, and Will Howell does it perfectly on that play, setting up another first down. 8:57 to go in the quarter. 2x2 set again. Howell's going to throw it underneath as he was barreled as he was hit. That is going to be number 18, Phil Braxton. And he's going to break loose, actually, and he's going to come close to the 10-yard line. Another big gain for the Mustangs, and here they come again in the red zone. But scoring at this field position has not been that easy thanks to the Salt River Scorpions defense. Really made a lot of big stands in the red zone in the first half, so got to see how they're going to come out in the second half as their backs are against the wall again.
Yeah, Howell on that play had pressure in his face instantly. Was able to get the ball out of his hand quick to his receiver, and it put him in the red zone. Great, like I said, great pocket awareness to get that ball out of his hand quick.
And it's going to be 1st and 10 with just short of 8 minutes to go in the third quarter here at Cortez High School. 25-2 in favor of the Maricopa Mustangs over the Salt River Scorpions. Coming back again in a split back set. One receiver on the near side. There's going to be a play action. It's going to throw it just off the mark, though, incomplete.
I believe that's his first real bad throw of the game. Threw a little behind him, but then again, it might have been looked like the receiver was supposed to stop on that route, but
possibly an RPO glance play, so threw it just a shade behind him, maybe a hitch behind him, but about probably the only thing close to a hiccup that we've seen from Will Howell so far in this game. 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs. $7:46 to go in the third quarter. Howell's just going to hand it off, and it's going to be a gain of a few. That looks to be number 24, Steve Minaby. Excuse me, that is Kavon Clark on the carry.
Kavon had a couple great carries in the first half. Another one right there. Just all you want to do is move the ball. You want to move the ball down the field, and he's doing that every time he gets the ball in his hand. But also that goes, give credit to the offensive line. They've been playing a great game as well.
Always can't forget to give credit to the offensive line, the oiled engine that keeps any offensive system going.
in the trenches. Keep fighting.
Always got to give credit to the 5 big brothers on the line. Howell takes a snap. He's going to hand it off again to Clark. And he's just going to get a gain of just a few. So this Salt River defense is not going to break in the red zone again.
Yeah. They've been doing this all game. When Maricopa gets into the red zone, it's not easy for them just to punch it in. And, you got to give credit for the Scorpions defense. If the offense would just, be able to go down the field and score points, this would be a much closer game than what it is right now. I believe it's 4th down, and I think they're going to go for it.
I don't mind this decision here by Maricopa. 4th and 2, but you are facing a very tough defense in this scenario, so really rolling the dice here, but definitely showing some confidence in this lead. Split back set again. Howell takes a snap. He's going to hand it off, but he's going to be brought down in the backfield. So this Salt River defense steps right up and does not allow any points off the Antone interception. Nice job by the Scorpions defense.
Number 24, Linnell Johnson, came right through the offensive line and met Kavon Clark in the backfield and was able. And again, the Scorpions' red zone defense not allowing a touchdown. That's huge. Now, Scorpions don't have the best field position, though. Let's see if they're able to march down the field and punch one into the end zone.
As now quarterback Reginald Antone is going to come out and try and make something happen here offensively for the Scorpions. Lineup is going to be a motion across the line, and he's going to drop the snap.
I wonder who they're going to give it to.
Looks like he was able to recover it. Near disaster for the Scorpions on that play.
Yeah. Would have given the Mustangs great field position, of course.
2nd down for the Scorpions. After a loss of a few on that miscue on the snap. I'm still curious to see what we're going to get out of Reginald Antone. They subbed him in midway through the 2nd quarter. Had the interception on the last drive, but maybe ill-advised throw with some pressure. He hasn't had to deal with a tremendous amount of pressure from this Maricopa front, so let's see how he handles it. And he's going to roll out, backed up in his end zone, but that is going to be incomplete, intended for number 9, Craig Mims. We bring up a 3rd and 13.
Yeah, just threw it just out of reach. If Craig Mims catches that, it's a 1st down and, possibly more, The DB for the Mustangs was off, wasn't that close. Yeah, kind of a missed opportunity for the Scorpions on that one.
I don't wonder what they're going to call here on 3rd down and 13. Maybe just keep it ultra conservative to give yourself some breathing room on the punt, but we have seen them take a couple shots with Antone, so maybe they're going to show no signs of white flags out here as they're going to get ready to hopefully air it out. 2 receivers on the near side. Antone's going to take the snap. He's going to step up in the pocket. He's just going to roll out, maybe take it himself, and he's going to break through and be hit out at the 15-yard line. He took quite a hit at the tail end of that play.
Yeah, big hit by the DB. Xavier Smith came up and laid the wood on that one. I believe it's going to make it a 3rd and 4. I believe it's 3rd and 4, or it's 4th. Oh no, it's 4th down, so they're going to punt.
4th down, and they're just going to probably punt this away back to Will Howell and company. Hopefully to avenge how that last drive stalled for them as they were stuffed on a 4th down attempt in the red zone, leaving points on the board, off the board, excuse me.
I think it's Jacob Dominguez as the punt returner on this punt.
Approaching 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter here. We are moving fast in this 3rd quarter. As we're just about ready to get this punt sent away. And it is going to be a high, short kick. hearing a few Peter calls, which is stay away from the ball on punt return. And they're going to take over at the 36-yard line, which is where Will Howell and company are going to come out and try and avenge that last drive.
More great field position for that Mustangs offense.
I got to say, I'm really hoping that they keep going back to number 2, Kawan Clark. Really like seeing the way that he runs the ball. Very explosive running back. As I said earlier, it's definitely a testament to Centennial High School out here in Peoria. Very well-run program. You can definitely see it in his game. And as it looks like I am going to have to wait for that, as it looks like they're going to bring out number 24, Stephen Minabe, as their starting back to start this drive. 2-by-2 set. Howell with Minabe by his side. Howell takes a snap. Going to be a quick throw on the hitch, just off the hands of number 4, Micah Johnson. Just off the fingertips on that throw.
Yeah, I got to make that catch. Howell had pressure instantly in his face. Was able to get the ball out quick and didn't throw, an accurate, the most accurate, but it was definitely catchable. Mike has just got to come down with it.
Got to say, I love how Maricopa's been able to adapt to some pressure looks that they've gotten from Salt River, which has also been fierce. They have some big boys on their front four for Salt River. Been able to adapt by having a couple misdirection run plays and a couple quick hitch throws just off the mark on that play. Minabe's going to motion to the side, and it's going to be a screen, but it's going to be dropped again. Micah Johnson again on the drop.
Yeah, they look like they maybe try to, after the first drop, give him a ball that that they know he can catch, and unfortunately he dropped it again. It was a little quick screen play, making it 3rd and 10.
Uncharacteristic 3rd and 10, I gotta say, for Maricopa.
I don't think the Mustangs have had a 3-and-out all game, so if Scorpions defense is able to get the stop, it would be the first one of the game.
Surprisingly, with the way that this Scorpions defense has been playing, looks like they're going to come out with 2 high safeties. Howell's going to step up in the pocket, and he's just going to take it himself but be brought down, possibly for no gain. So the front 4 for the Scorpions hold down the fort for this defense, bringing up a 4th down. Curious to see what the decision is going to be for the Mustangs, as it looks like the offense is going to stay out there.
Yeah, or they might take the delay of game. It's kind of one of those spots on the field where you're a little too close to punt, but you're a little too far to try to kick a field goal. So either they're going to actually go for it, or they're just going to take a delay of game and just maybe try to get the defense to jump off sides.
Very true. They could try and steal a free 5 yards. Looks to be another 2-by-2 set, and they are actually going to go for it here. Looks like it's going to be a chunk play going all the way. Howell's ball is going to be picked off in the end zone. It's going to be number 30 for the Scorpions on the interception.
Yeah, it looked like, honestly, I'm wondering if maybe that was a mistake by the Maricopa receivers, because they had 2 receivers in the same spot. So I don't know if might have been just a miscommunication with the receivers.
Absolutely. That is the first official mistake, I would say, for Will Howell this game. He has been playing nearly perfect up until that interception. Kind of an ill-advised throw. Interesting play call on that 4th down. Going forward in the end zone, I understand why, but up 25-2, definitely an interesting play call.
Yeah, the wind has started to pick up here at Cortez High School.
Display of some odd wind here as we are up and going. It's going to be a big gain up the middle for the Scorpions.
Number 11, Jalen Stanford sticks with the tackle.
2nd down for the Scorpions on this play.
2nd down.
Yeah, straight give to the running back on that play. Was able to get 8 yards, making a 2nd and 2. You're starting to see a little bit of, I don't want to say life, but you're starting to see a little bit of a tiny bit of productivity out of the Scorpions offense.
Maricopa looking to bring some pressure, and they are. Off-target throw to the flat, intended for number 9, Craig Mims.
Yeah, it was just a little outside. He was open. You know, he would have gotten the first down if the ball was a little more accurate. So now it's 3rd and 2.
Third down for the Scorpions on this play. Trips on the near side. Antone is going to air it out towards the sideline and incomplete. And that's going to bring up a 4th and short. And it looks like the Scorpions are going to punt it away.
Pass incomplete.
Yeah, quick 3 and out for the Scorpions offense. The defense has given the Scorpions many of chances to go and put points up on the board, but they just haven't connected on. They haven't finished the job on, you know, the offensive side of the ball.
I feel like the game as a whole has really just been a tale of 2 defenses. Disregarding the score, I mean, I've been really impressed with the display that Salt River's defense has really come out and delivered, but it actually looks like the Scorpions are going to go for it here on 4th and 2. Possibly. Empty set. They have their number 0 lined up at quarterback, but it's going to be it's going to be a punt. Awkward punt, and it's going to be just fielded and downed over just past the 35. It looks to be the 37-yard line, which is where Will Howell and company are going to start off their offensive operation once again.
Larry Kraft on the return.
Kind of gotta wonder what the play calling approach is going to be for their offensive coordinator Ziegler, especially coming off that interception. You know, definitely leaves a bad taste in your mouth, no matter what the score is or how ahead you are. But looks like they're going to come out again with Stephen Minabe as their running back. First down, Mustangs. Motion across the offensive line. Handoff to Minabe. Minabe's going to bounce outside. He's going to spin through, and he's going to stay up, and he's going to barrel his way across the 45-yard line. A big run to bring up possibly a 2nd and short.
8-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, big run by Minabe. He bounced off a lot of Scorpion defenders on that play.
Second and 2 for the Mustangs. .118 to go here in the 3rd quarter here at Cortez High School. We have a score of 25-2 in favor of the Maricopa Mustangs. They're going to come out orbit motion again, and it's going to be another inside run play thwarted by the defensive front for Salt River. Stephen Minabe had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, wasn't able to get much. Didn't have the same production as he did on the last play. Lost a couple yards. He's going to make it a 3rd and 4. Looks like the quarter is about to end.
Inside 1 minute. Definitely have time for another play or two. Possibly we get another snap. Nope. Excuse me. Our clock is off. And that is going to be the end of the 3rd quarter here at Cortez High School. The Mustangs are leading 25-2 again. No change in score in that 3rd quarter. Kind of an offensive display for both teams in that quarter. I mean, we all definitely see the struggles that the Salt River offense has had, but the interception from Howell was uncharacteristic for the Mustangs, and the Salt River defense still isn't breaking.
Yeah, that's just – if there's been a highlight for the Scorpions team today, it's been the defense. I know, there's Maricopa has 25 points on the board, but, most of them have been, field goals or, bending and not breaking, really.
It's been an earned 25 points for sure. Cannot stop harping enough on the performance, especially in the red zone of that Salt River defense. And I feel like we're not talking enough about the Maricopa defense. They've been bringing a lot of blitzes, and they've really caused some trouble for that offense that has really tailspun out of control since the first quarter of Salt River. Nonetheless, Will Howell and company are going to take over for 3rd down and 4. 3 receivers on the near side. Howell takes a snap, looks to the flat. He's just going to dump it off to number 19, Justin Brown Salice.
Yeah, quick little out route. Making it, weren't able to get the first down on that play. Bringing up a 4th and 6. Looks like the Maricopa Mustangs are going to punt. Give the ball back to the Scorpions.
4th and 6 for the Mustangs as they're getting ready to boot this back to the Salt River Scorpions. Looks to be number 23, Anthony Lopez, back to receive the kick. High snap, able to come down with it and still make it a good punt. And it's going to take a couple bounces around the 30-yard line, and it'll be fielded at the 32, which is where Reginald Antone and the Scorpions offense is going to take over for their next drive, hopefully looking to make something. But they are facing a fierce pressure system from the Maricopa Mustangs. Still relentless with their pressure looks.
Yeah, it looks like the Scorpions are coming out with the quarterback they started with, Nico Alvarez. He was the only quarterback to get him down into the red zone, so let's see if they're able to do that on this drive also.
That is correct. After what looks to be a quarter and a half absence, Nico Alvarez is back in the game as he's going to jet motion his slot receiver across, and he's going to look to throw. Airs it out, but it's going to be a short throw. Incomplete, intended for number 9, Craig Mims.
Yeah, he just threw it off his back foot, threw an inaccurate ball. I bet if he would have, stepped into this throw, he might have hit Mims on the run there. But Mims had his man beat.
Just a little bit off on how he was placing that throw. 2nd down for the Scorpions, as now Nico Alvarez is at the helm of this offensive operation. And they're going to come out in the 2-by-2 set. 2 receivers on the near side, 2 on the far. As his running back lined up next to him, Alvarez is going to take a step back, and he's going to face 2 defenders in his face, and he's just going to go down. Another sack for the Maricopa defense.
Yeah, the defensive line has been getting to the quarterback pretty quick today. Was no different on that play either. Makes it a very, very 3rd and long. They convert, this would be huge.
And they will not come easy at all. We haven't really talked about the secondary of Maricopa, but their defensive front is really, really applying the pressure. And they're not even trying to hide it anymore. They're bringing their linebackers up to the line and off the edge, and they're just sending them. As Alvarez again is just going to face more pressure and be brought down for another sack. 4th down for the Scorpions in what looks to be a frustrating offensive outing.
Yeah, you could definitely tell that Coach Madosky is, bringing the rush in this 4th quarter. I think he's going to do that a lot. Not trying to give the Scorpions offense any. I don't think he wants to give them any breathing room.
Kind of goes back to that one loss that they had last year against the Salt River Scorpions. Definitely still bitter about that whole thing, and they're getting their lick back today in this game. They didn't even send a blitz package on that last play. Just a 4-man rush. Still got home in no time. Bringing up a 4th and long. And what looks to be a timeout called by Salt River on the field. So, I've kind of taken a couple glances over here on the sideline of Maricopa, and it looks like quarterback number 3, Cooper King, has been warming up and getting a couple throws in. I wonder if we're going to see him now that we are in the 4th quarter with a 25-2 lead. Kind of interested to see what they're talking about on that Salt River sideline. Don't think they would try and go for it here on a 4th and 22 back up in your own end zone, especially with the way the pressure has been high for them. Stadium pulse at an all-time high in this game.
Indeed it is, Chris.
Fourth and 22 here for the Salt River Scorpions. 12:02 to go in the game. Return man lined up at the minus 45 for Salt River. As they're preparing to send this ball back to the Mustangs, and possibly we'll get a Cooper King sighting out of Sandra Day O'Connor High School. There's going to be a high kick again. Not going to get too much yardage on it, and it is going to be a 1st down for Maricopa in the plus territory.
Mustangs will have 1st and 10 at the Scorpions 45-yard line.
And they're going to be spotted at the 45-yard line of Salt River, so a little bit of a shorter punt for the Scorpions to set up prime position for what looks to be Cooper King out of Sandra Day O'Connor High School out here in Arizona, who will now take the helm of this offense for the Mustangs.
Left-handed quarterback, Cooper King.
There, I got a note too that Will Howell is from Mountain View High School, I believe out in Mesa, or excuse me, in Tucson, Arizona. Nice to see Tucson football get represented out here. And now 2-by-2 set here for the Mustangs. 2 over top, 2 on the near side. Cooper King is taking over at quarterback, and he's going to roll out on the bootleg. He's just going to air it out, and it is going to be picked off. Wow. Anthony Lopez picking off the first pass of Cooper King. Incredible play. Forcing another turnover for the Scorpions, hoping they can make something out of it.
Yeah, huge plays. Another huge play for that Scorpion defense. Oh, there's actually a flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be on the Scorpions defense. By the way, the Mustangs
illegal
are reacting.
Substitution. 12 men defense. 5-yard penalty. Remains 1st down.
So that interception is going to come back as they ended up having 12 people out on the field for the Scorpions. Unfortunate housekeeping error there by the Scorpions, as Cooper King is going to get a clean slate as he enters the game in relief of Will Howell, who had a tremendous game. King out of Sandra Day O'Connor high school out here in Arizona. Definitely a very slept-on program as far as varsity high school football goes. And it's going to be a quick throw to number 4, Micah Johnson, on the out route for gains of just a few to bring up second down. 11:43 left to go in the game here at Cortez High School.
I wonder if they're going to do another deep ball like they did on the first play.
I know it was picked off, but the throw itself was actually not too bad from Cooper King.
Yeah.
Definitely an athletic play there by Lopez that was called back, but
yeah, the DB just made an athletic play on the ball.
King motions his wing across the line, and he's going to hand off. That is going to be number 37, Noah Brutus.
Yeah, definitely going to try to run this clock out. I believe there's just over 10 and a half minutes to go. If you're the Mustangs, you definitely just want to knock this clock out and let it run.
Definitely a fine approach, especially against a defense that is still giving all of its effort on the Scorpion side.
Yeah, there's definitely no quit in the Scorpions defense today.
King lined up in shotgun. He's going to take the snap and drop. Very nice throw into the end zone, and it's going to go right through the hands. Another good ball by King, just could not come down with it. Incomplete, intended for number 4, Micah Johnson, at Sunrise Mountain High School in Peoria.
Yeah, Johnson had his DB beat on that play. It just wasn't able to come down with it.
I gotta say, I like the look so far from Cooper King. Very nice poise when he went through his dropback and loaded up for that throw. Just Micah Johnson just couldn't come down with it.
Shows that the Mustangs have depth at the quarterback position.
Second down for the Mustangs. King drops back. Very nice use of his feet in the pocket. And he's going to throw just again off the mark, right through the hands of his intended target. Incomplete. Very nice use of his feet in the pocket there by Cooper King.
Good throw. Would have been a tougher catch to make. But Maricopa's offense is definitely not taking the foot off the gas pedal right now.
I mean, when you enter these type of situations, you substitute your twos in, but you still want to see what the guys have. So maybe not take your foot off the pedal with the with play calling, but definitely evident here with Maricopa. I gotta say, Cooper King is not looking all too bad in his limited reps that we've seen from him so far. 3rd and 10 for the Mustangs. Empty set here. King takes the snap. Going to drop back. Very nice job as he steps up in the pocket, and he's just going to take it himself. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the first down mark.
King with quarterback keeper.
Going to make it a 4th and 1.
9-yard gain.
I believe the Mustangs are going to go for it. They want the ball. They want to control the time of possession as much as they can right now, just to keep that clock running.
Just under 9.5 minutes left to go in this game, and yep, they will be going for it, the Mustangs, on offense here. Cooper King and company are still out there on a 4th and 1, lined up at about the 20-yard line. Motion across the line. King takes a snap, hands off to his running back, Noah Brutus, and he's going to be brought down quickly.
Yeah, wasn't able to get the first down, so it's going to be turnover on downs. And the Scorpions going to have another chance to have the offense put some points up on the board.
I got to say, the Scorpions' offense is definitely in a tough spot here, as it looks like they got their starting quarterback after a 1.5-quarter intermission, I guess. But, the defensive front for Maricopa is just really letting its presence be known here at Cortez High School, because they have been relentless all game, and I'm expecting no different from them even in garbage time.
Yeah. This point of the game, any positivity on the offense is good. So you want to keep trying to push the ball down the field.
First down for the Scorpions here. 25-2 is our score, and looks to be Reginald Antone back in at quarterback for the Scorpions. So limited appearance or limited return for Nico Alvarez.
Straight give to Marquez Smith on that play. Was able to get a couple yards and make it a 2nd and 6.
Line up under saddle. They're going to come out in I formation. Antone fakes the handoff, and he's going to face pressure immediately off the edge, and he's going to be brought down. Still a relentless effort by the defensive front for Maricopa. Unreal job there by the front.
That D-line for the Mustangs has been really active today. They've been in the backfield all game long. Haven't been giving both quarterbacks for the Scorpions an inch. And it's showing. It's showing why the offense hasn't been that productive today for the Scorpions.
7:43 and counting left to go in this game. 3rd and 13 for the Scorpions. Under saddle again is Antone, and we have some movement in on the front. Possibly a penalty. Looks to just be a substitution whistle.
I think they took a knee just to get rid of the down. It's 4th down now. I saw the clock for a second, so I'm like, what's going on?
Excuse me, there was actually a knee taken on that last down. So now we are up at 4th down. And expecting a punt here from Salt River, excuse me.
6:45 left to go in the 4th quarter.
Interesting exchange there, I gotta say. And there's now going to be a timeout for Salt River. Interesting exchange there by the Scorpions, but nonetheless, definitely looking to see some more of Cooper King, the backup quarterback out of Sandra Day O'Connor High School out here in Arizona.
Yeah, Mustangs came out ready to play today, and they stood on business, and the score is 25-2 right now.
And as it looks like the teams are breaking out of the timeout huddles. 6:33 to go in the game here at Cortez High School. This is the Varsity Sports Show. Reminding y'all once again, I am Christopher Zaviles alongside with my broadcast colleague, Nick Furman. And we're having a good time here in this warm, crammed press box, I would say. But we're having a good time out here at Cortez High School calling some JUCO ball.
Yeah, the AC's trying in here.
I gotta say, I'm pretty satisfied with what was advertised for me. My first live look at some JUCO football, and I gotta say, I'm not disappointed, to be honest. I've heard a lot of things throughout the years about JUCO ball, and I gotta say, it came as advertised.
Told you, it's exciting, man. You're never gonna miss it. Never gonna miss a good game in junior college football.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't think you're getting scores of 25-2 in the SEC. I just gotta say that.
I don't think so.
As looks like we are just about ready to get this punt going. 6:33 to go in the game. As whistles possibly blow the play dead, but it's a live play nonetheless, as the kick was sent and it'll be downed at about the 32-yard line.
Took a Salt River bounce.
Ball down to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, ball on the 32-yard line. Let's see if Maricopa does. You know, they come out and want to keep throwing the football downfield with Cooper King.
Maybe they'll lean on their running back, Noah Brutus. I gotta say, I kind of like that name, Brutus. Shout out to Ohio State and the Buckeyes playing right now. And Cooper King and company are going to take over at the 32-yard line. 6:17 to go in the game. 1st and 10, 25-2, and with a Mustangs advantage.
Cooper King, and as the Mustangs quarterback again on this drive, I wonder if they'll keep doing the football downfield.
Very curious to see how he's going to come out. They line up an empty, hot pressure off the edge, and he's just going to react to it and take the ball himself. He's going to break loose across the 50-yard line, past the 45, and a big run from Cooper King showing off the wheels. Very nice job. I got to say, he's really representing the Sandra Day O'Connor High School very well, as he's really showing off his rushing abilities, as we saw earlier from Will Howell.
Yeah, it looks like we have a injury timeout for a Salt River player. But, hey, you can definitely tell the depth that Maricopa has. You know, Will Howell, he came in, he was able to throw the football down deep, throw it short, was able to tuck it and run. And Cooper King has, you know, come into the game, and the first, 2 plays with him at the quarterback spot, they threw the football downfield. And right there you could tell he can run. So it kind of shows no matter who's in at quarterback for the Mustangs, Cooper King or Will Howell, they'll come out and get the win.
Definitely a testament to Sandra Day O'Connor High School out here. Very slept-on program here around the valley. Kind of get lost in the shuffle, but they're really well-run program. And Cooper King is definitely showing why he's been the helm of it the past couple seasons.
Yeah, definitely.
Coming back in a split back formation. And it is going to be a handoff out to the side. Gain of just a few on the play. 4:25 and counting left to go in the game.
Number 9, new running back in the game, Caden Armstrong on the carry. Looks like this drive, you know, Maricopa Mustangs are going to try to milk the clock out.
Definitely what you do in this situation, and it doesn't look like Salt River is going to try and oppose to it. But, you know, hats off to their defensive performance. They've really kind of held their own. No second half points for the Maricopa Mustangs, and their starters played that whole third quarter. And their defensive front is still kicking as they blow that play up for a loss of looks to be 1 or 2. 4:44 and counting in this game.
Yeah, you could definitely tell, you know, Salt River, there's been no quit in this defense. I know that they're losing 25-2, but, you know, Maricopa earned those 25 points. If the offense was able to have the same productivity as the offense, as the defense, it'd be a much closer football game right now.
Absolutely, as it's going to be a 3rd and 8 here for the Mustangs. 4:09 and counting left to go in this game. Cooper King takes the snap, shuffles his feet around in the pocket. Very nice pocket movement. Finds his feet and throws, nails him past the 30. The 30-yard line. Number 21, Sebastian Carrillo. And that is a Mustangs first down. What a play by Cooper King.
Great play by Cooper King. He was able to move outside the pocket. Another quarterback with great pocket awareness for the Mustangs. Kept his eyes downfield, not on the pressure, and was able to deliver it to his receiver, Sebastian Carrillo, and for a huge gain for a first down.
Cooper King doing a very nice job of keeping his feet square in the pocket, moving around, especially with a lot of pressure in that fierce Scorpions defensive front. As he takes the snap and hands it. Oh, he's going to keep it on the zone read. Bounces outside, and he's going to find some room along the sideline as he is pushed out just shy of the 15-yard line. So this Mustangs offense is still moving. 3:07 left to go in the game.
First down.
Yeah, I mean, Cooper King, I know I keep saying this, but the Mustangs really have, great depth at the QB spot. It doesn't really matter who's running the offense. It looks like this offense can run with either Cooper King or Will Howell back there calling the plays.
Definitely a very rich offense, and I got to really hand it off to their offensive coordinator today, Tommy Ziegler, really doing a nice job with his play calls as King is going to try to find his feet, and he finds a man. Just a gain of a few. Very nice heads-up play there by the Sandra Day O'Connor alum. And that is going to be number 8, the tall tight end, standing at 6'3", Gage Galbraith.
Yeah, again, keeps his eyes down, downfield at his receivers to find an open one, and doesn't get scared by the rush. And looks like we have our 2-minute warning.
So at the 2-minute warning, what was the aspect of each team today that really stood out to you, Nick?
Well, like I just said, for Maricopa, it's been the offense and the great quarterback play by both quarterbacks, and the defensive line for the Mustangs defense. On the Salt River side, it's been the offense has been a little lackluster, but the defense, they've made stops. They've given the defense for the Salt River has been playing good.
And excuse me, Chad Monson is actually the offensive coordinator for Maricopa. So hats off to him on calling a very nice game here today. Nonetheless, some things that really stood out to me, the quarterback play on the Maricopa side, really dynamic from what I was expecting from the JUCO level. Don't get me wrong, though, I'm mostly familiar with Arizona Christian as a program. Runs a wing T, run-heavy offense. So, it kind of blew my expectations of what I was going to see at the JUCO level out of the water with Will Howell and now Cooper King with their displays. So, and as far as Salt River, I really kind of applauded their defense as a whole, especially in the red zone situations. They've really made a stand here as now we are in victory formation.
Maricopa is going to, avenge that loss from last year, that one loss they had against Salt River, and, start the year 4-0. And unfortunately, Salt River is going to, still hasn't won their first game yet. They're going to fall to 0-4.
Definitely evident that their loss of last year was still stinging them a little bit, as we got the vibe from Coach Doug in pregame. He was still pretty upset about it, and understandably so. Losses like that, especially outlier losses like that, really don't leave your brain easily. But a 25-2 win, that'll definitely cleanse the palate a little bit for sure. 4-0 though for the Maricopa Mustangs. So, this program, from the look that I got from them today, this program is very well run under Coach Doug, and a couple good players out here. Kavon Clark, especially. Cooper King, even though he's the backup quarterback. Really like the small flashes we got from him. Quarterback Will Howell, of course. Star quarterback coming from Tucson, Arizona. Mountain View, nice program down there. Mountain View High School. Not to be confused with the one out here in Mesa.
Yeah, and also, the receivers played a great game also for Maricopa. Each receiver, I think, for them had a big gain. That's huge. Get all your receivers involved in the game plan and they all had pretty big games, big catches. So, I'd say It's a good day to be a Mustang.
Good day to be a Mustang indeed. Anyways, we're in the waning seconds of this contest between the Salt River Scorpions and the Maricopa Mustangs, as it looks like we will have to see the Scorpions snap it at least once or twice. 33 seconds. It is now first down for them, excuse me. I wanted to see if we're going to see any offense here, or maybe they're just going to take a knee. Anyways, odd offensive display here from Salt River, I got to say. They had two different quarterbacks playing at times. Just couldn't really find a rhythm, and understandably so with that defense of Maricopa bringing in all kinds of different blitzes. But, you know, as that knee will be taken there, that'll be just about it here for this game out here at Cortez High School, with a final score of the Maricopa Mustangs 25 and the Salt River Scorpions 2. That'll be just about it here for us at the Varsity Sports Show. I am Christopher Zavios alongside with my broadcast colleague Nick Furman, and this was the Varsity Sports Show at the JUCO level here. I'm pretty pumped to get my first look at the JUCO level. This was the Varsity Sports Show. Thank you for watching.